Hey everyone, I am Crypto Kiwi and welcome to the Crypto Kiwi YouTube channel. As you can see, the Bitmain Antminers have arrived. Yes, so there are a few Bitcoin S19jPROs, but this video is focusing on the K7, so the CKB Nervos network miner, and also the HS3, which mines the Handshake algorithm and cryptocurrency. So in this video, I'm going to show you those getting plugged in, set up out of the ranch here. In my shop, and then also we're going to go through the profitability, how much I've made, and what that looks like for the future. So stay with us. So 6 ASICs have arrived so far of all the ASICs that I've ordered. I got 3 S19jPRO 104 terahash units over here, and over here I have the 4th one. Plus I also have my K7 and the HS3, so my Nervos and Handshake miners. So you can see those guys here. Here is the HS3, and here is the K7. So they're happily working away. I have them here by the window so that it's going to be keep them as cool as I can. And the same with these guys for now. So they're sucking in. The wind seems to blow from that direction, and so it's great. It's getting the cold air in and then blowing it into the room. When I can have the window open, that's even better. Then I can in the doors here, rather, so that I can get a nice breeze through. So that's working well. Eventually, as you know, I'm going to build a whole room in here. And then I'm going to set that up properly so it can properly be properly cooled and things. But for now, that's what's set up out here. And yeah, got those six ASICs all happily mining away. Fan speed's pretty low because it's pretty cool today. It's like 40 something Fahrenheit, or I think about 5 or 6 degrees Celsius. So I love winter for mining. They do use less power than an S19jPRO 104 terahash, for example. They're up in the 3.1 kilowatt category. These guys are kind of like 2 kilowatts, I think, for the HS3, and then maybe 2.8 or something for the K7. So they don't use as much power, so they're not getting as hot, you know. So the air doesn't feel anywhere near as hot out of these as it does one of the S19s, and as a result, the fans don't have to spin too fast either to kind of keep it cool. So pretty good units, pretty quiet, and yeah, not super power hungry like some of the other ASICs there. So pretty good. I'm pretty happy with these guys. I'm fascinated by the fact that they almost look exactly the same as an S19 miner as well. The only difference that I can see with the HS3 and the K7 is obviously they're a little bit longer, but as far as the you know, the fans, the size, you know, the fans they use, the size of the housing, the box, even the power supply looks the same size. I imagine for an HS3 it's probably a different power supply, being only that it's a 2 kilowatt unit, but I don't know, you never know. But just size-wise, they're remarkably the same. I'm going to be interested when the KA3 and D9 arrive, just to see how they look. Okay, let's get started. So at ASIC miner value, you can see that the K7 is very profitable as of today. So this is the 24th of February recording. Very profitable miner. The other one we're going to talk about next will be the HS3. You can see that one a little bit further down the list here is also showing some reasonable profitability. Now it's important to note that this miner only uses 2 kilowatts as opposed to about 3 kilowatts for the K7, so it's only 2/3 of the cost of the power. And also this miner is actually a lot cheaper to buy. So we'll get into that a little bit later on. But let's look through the K7. So if we have a look at the K7. Let's have a look. Let's just jump straight to it. Here is the revenue for CKB on my miner in the shop. So I've had this thing running for 10 days. The very first day, I just started it before the settlement period. So that 10th day is obviously not going to be completely indicative if we were going to try and divide maybe this by 10, but at least by 9 would be reasonable. And unfortunately, you can see that the first full day I had 6,593 CKBs, and as of yesterday, it was down to 4,879. So obviously, an overall trending downwards. Nonetheless, if we have a look at that, the total income for effectively 9 days and then just a tad over, that's 52,000 CKBs in 9 days. So that's not bad. If we have a look, what is the current price of a CKB? Oh, we're at 005542. So I thought it might be interesting. I was just doing some math before in here. If we have a look at 0.00, this jumps around a bit, but 42 times, and what did we have in here? 52, we'll just 52,000 to keep it round numbers, times 52. So that's $288 in 9 days. It's not bad, right? I think that's pretty good. If you want to have a look at that from a power cost perspective, the K7, they say it's about $9 a day, and profitability $20 after that power cost. So income around $9 for power, you end up with about $20, and that would seem about right, because I was getting more than that initially, but now it's kind of dropped down. So and it may continue to do that. If we have a look at the overall hash rate, I think that is a very telling situation. So you can see, I mean, there's two things here: known pools and network hash rate. They're both increasing. And when I first connected my K7 to the network, there were only about 3 pools, and the F2 pool, which is one that I'm using, looked to be the most stable, solid, and reliable and known. So I connected to that. But now I can see there's a proliferation of other mining pools are coming online. So obviously this is starting to get a lot more traction in the market, a lot more interest. The miners are out there, and so people are getting into it. But nonetheless, the hash rate is just climbing dramatically, and you can see that in my revenue, right? It started to decline every day. So I'm going to be fascinated to see how far this hash rate keeps going up, and how long we can maintain some fantastic profitability. So yeah, that was from 65.93 down to 48.79 yesterday. So we'll keep talking about this. I'll do another update in a month or so, and we can see how we're looking on the CKB, but nonetheless, profitable for now. All right, if we jump across and have a look at the HS3, I'm going to do the same thing. The HS3, so the Handshake one, we have 7,915 in 2 weeks. So this one I have actually been mining for 2 weeks. You can see the first day here was on the 10th, and the 10th of February, I did get, I think I must have turned it on just before the start of that 24-hour period. So 707 handshakes, I guess, if that's what that is. And then obviously there's been a bit of a decline as well. So we can see that, we're in the 600s for a while, and then it's kind of dropped down into the 500s. And then unfortunately, as of late, the last couple of days, we've been down into the kind of the high 400s. So a similar trend as far as that initial profitability from at least where I started to where it is now. But once again, if we have a look at the income for 2 weeks, let's have a look at the current handshake price. That is we'll just go with 0.04, up 13%. Wow, this thing's getting, looks like it's getting quite hot out here. So let's do my calculator, and if we have a look at 0.04, and we will times that by my revenue of 7915. We'll just keep it 7915. Let's see how that did. 7915. $316. It's pretty good. And this mine is only 2 kilowatts, not 3 kilowatts. So from a cost of this, if I look at what ASIC miner value is telling us in here, $5 for power, which would seem about right if the other one's around 7 or 7.5. So $20 a day income, profitability of $14. I think that's quite phenomenal. And for my 10 days, 14 days. So for 2 weeks, that's great. Of course, 700 and something handshakes is a lot more than the 400 and something I'm getting now. But the value of that cryptocurrency seems to be increasing. So I think it's keeping profitability up, even though there's maybe less rewards being shared out with everybody. But if we just have a look at that piece, let's have a look at what the handshake. So this is the mining pool stats, handshake. Once again, not a lot of change actually in this one for pools. I think you can see the F2 pool is obviously the main one. I had a look at some of these other ones, wasn't too keen, but using F2 pool for now. And this one hasn't had a massive shift in hash rate, so I don't know if this one's quite as popular. So this miner could turn out to be, maybe in the longer term, quite profitable, because if we don't see that massive hash rate spike like we are on the Nervos network, that could be good. I know that let's just have a look at the halving of HNS. I know that is happening soon. So when is Handshake? That is a key factor in this. 72 days as of today and as of where it's at to on the blocks. So 8th of May, we're going to get a whole lot less. So in some ways, I'm hoping that's what's keeping people away, maybe from this miner, because right now I'm enjoying the amount of handshakes that I'm getting. So let's see how that works out. I haven't actually put my a wallet in here yet for both of these, so I need to do that. So that's not great. I'm definitely not a fan of leaving these on any exchange or any mining pools for long. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is setting these up and getting these paid out. I haven't even figured out exactly which wallet I want to use, so maybe I should add that into my video content for next time. If you have any suggestions on what you think I should use for a wallet for these, that would be great. I did a little bit of research, but I haven't landed on a place that I want to use. So thanks for that. So one thing I needed to mention is I'm just logged into the Antminer here. This is the K7. I actually only got shipped the 58 terahash unit, right? So 59,000 gigahash. BT Miners, where I got it from, they did refund me the difference per terahash for dollar paid. So not terrible, but I did not get the 63 terahash unit that I ordered. So that was a little disappointing, but nonetheless, so all those statistics and rates and dollars and things, profitability is actually all based on a 58 terahash unit. And so that uses more like 2.8 kilowatts rather than the 3 kilowatts that's stated for that slightly high capacity one. So rejection rate is good. There was a little power blip out of the ranch, so that's why it's only showing up as being a day and 2 hours out here. But otherwise, that's pretty straightforward. Easy to use miner. You literally just plug and play, right? You get an IP address from your router, you plug in your pool, you put in your worker name at the pool, and that's it. Off you go. So if we quickly look at the HS3, similar thing. That's stated that it's been a 9 terahash unit, so I'm definitely getting that. Once again, same uptime, just doing a little power blip. Rejection rate, fantastic, right? 0.03, very happy with that. And yeah, just getting over this 9 terahash or 9,000 gigahash. So that's just what's happening on the Antminer ASIC page when you log into the miners. So very easy to use. Just plug them in and off they go. They are noisy. They do use a lot of power, so you got to have the 240 volts or 220 to 240, whatever you can get there, and yeah, a lot of heat too. So noisy, hot, and they use power. So if you have that ability to run those, then I recommend it. I think this is where it's at the moment. So still GPU mining. That's going good. Was doing Flux, now on Ravencoin, but now just switching across to the ASICs. So I just wanted to show this video on the K7 and HS3, and glad I could show you where I'm at. And we'll review this in another few weeks or another month, just whenever there'll be a good point to just review that again. So that's all we have for this week on the channel. I hope that was interesting. There's a lot more coming, more ASICs turning up soon, and looking forward to taking you through all those. So once again, I hope you've found this video enjoyable. If you have, please give me a like and subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you next time.